Hello, Magi here, and welcome back to another episode of Top 10s. Now it should be no surprise, but I watched a bit of movies when I was a kid. Boredom tends to make you do that. I was never super big into them, but if something caught my interest, well, we got a movie to watch. As I grew older, I watched less of them. I started to focus on video games more, until I took video production in high school and had a newfound respect for them as I had to make a movie with my friends. I still didn't watch movies after the class, but I had a little more understanding on how the movie was created. Enough of my backstory. Today we're going to be looking at movie pictures that have crossover with Touhou. That seems pretty fun. So without further ado, let's begin the top 10 movie crossover Touhou pictures. Number 10. When it comes to movies, a company that has been dominating it is Disney. From the animations to their live action stuff, they're just going super ham at this point. And I don't blame them. With all the crazy IPs they have and their deep pockets, why the fuck would they not take advantage of it? So when this movie came out, I was expecting a crossover with this character. I was not disappointed. I'm sure someone could make up a pun with both of the series, but I got nothing. Now, I did not watch this movie, not because I thought it was bad or anything, I was just too focused on video games at the time. But I did have an idea of who Elsa was, considering how apeshit the internet was going at that time. I knew she had an ice ability, and I was waiting for a crossover with Chiuno or even Letty, and I certainly got it. I can always appreciate a crossover even if I personally never watched the movie. Number 9. When it comes to tech in Gensokyo, the first thing you think of are the Kappas, or Nidori. You could take it one step further and think of the Lunarians, but we haven't seen much of their shit, just that they're supposed to be super technological. Anyway, as fun as it may be for Nidori to be creating new inventions, perhaps she went a little too far on this one. From a simple Kappa to the most deadliest creature in Gensokyo. As crazy as it is, and trust me, it seems somewhat doable. Aside from Nidori's tall stature here, the tech is manageable. Sharp claws, fancy mask. I don't know about the whole plasma cannon deal, but remember, Nidori does have her optical camouflage, one of the main signature gear for the Predator. I mean, if anyone's gonna pull off this crazy combo, it's gotta be her. Although she goes the Predator route, I must say.
You're one ugly motherfucker.
Can't argue with the man there. Number 8. Now, Clownpiece is a very unique girl. She's an American fairy that has never set foot in the country before. But I mean, hey, she's repping the USA more than your average folk, I think. Not that I would know, but anyway. And while we've all talked about Clownpiece's patriotism, there's one part to her I rarely focus on, her clown aspect. I mean, yeah, she looks super American, but she's also a clown. I forget that at times. Probably due to the fact that she's not as scary as some may be. Although it appears that in this next picture, she's focusing on that role much more. Yeah, hiding under the shrine might not be the best indication as a clown, but if you've seen the movie It from Stephen King, then you have an idea of what I'm referring to. Either the sewer drainage or the Hakari shrine, Clownpiece has places for her to chill. I want to go anywhere near there, I'll tell you that. Number 7. Now when Urban Legend came out, not surprisingly, a lot of legends came out to the front. Many of them, if not all, were things I didn't know before. To the haunted bathrooms, the monkey's paw, and female Slenderman. Never thought I would have to say that. Now there was one urban legend in the game I was totally shocked by, but I was glad it came to be. I bet everyone who first saw Mamizo's urban legend was exactly thinking of the Men in Black movies. The outfit, the bloody device in her hand, and the fact she deals with aliens with her capsules. I mean, fuck! In her official urban profile, the occult name is MIB. If that's not a shout out / reference to the series, then I don't know what the fuck it is. The only thing that could have made this even better was if Will Smith was also in the picture. The trifecta in my opinion. Number 6. While growing up, I wasn't a big fan of horror movies. Little Magi got scared very easily. Unfortunately, my older cousins enjoyed them and I usually joined them to watch it. It's totally my fault though, as they normally watched it themselves and I joined them on my own volition. Now if my horror movies were like this, I'd have less nightmares as a kid, that's for sure. I know Kogasa's main job is to surprise people, but I can't imagine it would be easy to do so when you got to deal with characters like these. From Count Sagami, to Dormy Kruger, to Kokoro Voorhees, to Purified Ghostface, and whatever else everyone is. Now these were the horror movies I wish I had when I was a kid. Rip the Dream.
Number 5.
One of the horror movies I actually enjoyed to watch as a kid were zombie ones. You'd think reanimated corpse would be super terrifying, and trust me, it is. But there was something satisfying about watching it. I think it was the fact that the survivors could fight back. Most horror movies, you're at the mercy of the villain and you can't do much against them. With zombie, that's far from the truth. Those motherfucking corpses drop fast. The humans die as well, but it's nice to see there's the ability to fight back. Hopefully I get my meaning across in this paragraph. And this was one of my favorite zombie movies. Zombies are obviously horror oriented. Shaun of the Dead was more on the comedic side. It was just a nice feeling to be able to laugh at a movie about zombies rather than be super tense and focused on it. It's always nice to deviate from time to time. Hopefully Yomu and Moku can handle this situation. I mean, one is immortal and the other is half dead, so they have an edge in this apocalypse, I would say.
Number 4.
Now this next picture is a super mishmash of different properties. I mean, that honestly sums up this entire list really. But still, I just don't know how to start off this aside from that. So yeah, have fun with this picture. I gotta admit, this is an interesting team up. Momiji leading, I would imagine, Aaron with the arrows for support, and Isaac just to obliterate shit. If you notice, there's something that really stands out in this picture. Obviously Momoji's shield. I don't recall her wearing the Captain shield. Captain America will like his shield back. But yeah, everything seems to be in order. Momoji, Aaron, and Isaac for the Avengers. As long as Momoji switches her shield, then everything will be alright. Yep, totally normal. Without a bloody doubt.
Number 3.
There are a lot of movies I watched as a kid that I really can't recall with much clarity. One that I can remember pretty decently was The Karate Kid. Watching Daniel get beaten up, learning karate, fighting back his bully, and winning was a sight to behold. Overcoming his challenges to be a much better person. Especially with his teacher, Mr. Miyagi. That guy was dope. With what I just discussed, the crossover should be no surprise. The Koishi Kid. A challenge she never imagined. A teacher she never expected. Although it is The Karate Kid, it's not the one I grew up with as it's based on the 2010 version with Jackie Chan and Jaden Smith. Now I didn't watch the movie, but I'm sure it was good. Anyway, the idea of Koishi learning karate and having Mei Ling as a teacher sounds pretty fun, I must say.
Number 2.
The next picture involves Batman. Now clearly Batman is a comic book character, but with the amount of shit created for The Dark Knight, you can really slot Batman into anything. Comic books, obviously, TV shows, cartoons, live actions, and so on. A very flexible series. This picture was not one I was expecting, but glad I saw it. Plus the comments were really what made this awesome. When the Hakare Shrine is ashes, you have my permission to cry. Now is not the time for miracles. That comes later. Oh, you think nonsense is your ally. You merely adopted the nonsense. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see common sense until I was already a woman. The donation box has betrayed you, because it belongs to me. Oh fuck, I had a fun time saying these lines. Imagine if Sanae had seen the movie before coming to Gensokyo. You know full well she could be uttering those lines, and that's the best part.
Number 1.
When it comes to movies, there are a lot of genres. Romance, action, comedy, horror, and so on. When it comes to my taste, I would say more comedy, but I'm fine with any other genre. So long as the film is enjoyable, genre ain't doing shit if the content in the movie is garbage tier. Now this movie though, I'm sure many of you guys have seen it, or at the very least, heard of it. So beautiful! The truest of love right there! But in all seriousness, why Ruma and Yoshika? I could see Rumia due to the stance, but why Yoshika? I feel like it's so off. As if the characters being involved in a tragic disaster like this is fucking normal to begin with. But hey, as long as the two love each other, man, that's all that matters. Until the ship sinks anyway. But wait a minute. they both can fly. So it's a happy ending then, right? I mean, I would hope so anyway. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Which pictures were your favorite? Do you think Nidori would be the greatest predator in Gensokyo? Would horror movies be easier to deal with if they had this cast? Or are you down for Koichi to kick ass and win tournaments? If you guys enjoyed this episode, please give it a like and subscribe, or else Mamizo might wipe my mind. That would make things much trickier to deal with. Either way, this is Magi, and thanks again for watching.